mainly because cats are cold and aloof. But a self-professed cat lover and photographer is working to change that image. Philadelphia pet photographer Andrew Marttila says his photos show cats can portray a range of emotions from silly to serious. And Andrew joins us now from New York. So you wanted to take pictures of cat emotions. Wouldn't it have been easier to get a picture of maybe the Loch Ness Monster or something like that?
Yeah, one might say that. I've found through the photos that I've taken that, and spending time with cats, that cats do really have a range of emotion, and they do show, like I did say in the title of the gallery, that they from serious to silly, everything in between, that they really do have this capacity to feel.
So how did this collection come together?
So I started taking photos about 4 years ago, and recently was going through the galleries. I've probably tens of thousands of pictures of cats, and was coming up with different book ideas or gallery concepts, and I started to see common themes within the photos, some of which were cat emotions. And we all know the famous grumpy cat and some other cats that display a very poignant or just an emotion that you can grasp onto. And I found in my own cat and the cats that I've photographed for clients that all cats have these. They have the capacity.
So as a photographer, are there tricks you can use to bring those emotions out? I mean, what can people at home with their cats take from this?
Sure. So I think it's kind of tricky. I don't enter a situation expecting to elicit a specific emotion from a cat. So process typically when I go to a client's home is I have a bag of catnip, I have some treats, I have some toys. I let the cat get really comfortable with having someone in their space before even pulling out my camera. So I think allowing the cat to represent who they are and their own unique personality allows me to capture these moments.
I've got to ask you, as I understand it, you are a person who suffers from cat allergies. So why on earth would you take on cats as your subject?
So I used to be deathly allergic to cats and dogs and any large animal that had dander. But as I had allergy shots growing up, and they didn't really take, but always loved animals. And I've always had animals, but dogs and cats were just sort of out of reach. And a few years ago, I moved into an environment that I was exposed to animals. I was exposed to a cat. And I had never really had one-on-one time with a cat before because I'd have to go to the hospital. And I began taking a lot of allergy medication and hitting my inhaler. And over time, I was able to overcome the allergy. I built an immunity, I guess. And I just have a respect for cats, and I just really, really like my job and taking photos of cats, despite the fact that I might have to hit my inhaler on the job.
Well, the pictures are just spectacular. And, you know, I got to ask you, people sort of call themselves a dog person or a cat person. Have you been able with your pictures to win anybody over, to convince them that cats are worth a second look?
I think, by and large, the comments that I've received have been overwhelmingly positive. I haven't had any specific people saying, yeah, I'm a dog person, and you've changed my mind fully. Like, I see that cats have these ranges now. But I think the fact that this gallery went viral so quickly just shows that there's this universal concept that people hold, that they're inquisitive about what's going on with the inner workings of animals and cats, specifically shown in this gallery.
Well, Andrew, it's a fantastic collection, and thank you so much for sharing it with us.
Thanks so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
We'll have a link to Andrew's website at canadaam.ctvnews.ca.